Hello friends, I am Dr. Ranjit Pawar. Welcome you in this video on the topic of JavaScript functions. JavaScript functions, just like in any other languages, is a set of statements that are used to perform a specific task, like adding two numbers, finding the square of a number, or any user-defined task. Let's take an example to understand the concept of functions. If you are building an application for student management, in which you take data from the students during the registration process, and then the data is used at the time of identity card printing, mark sheet printing, and any notice printing or anywhere else. Then one approach would be that wherever you want the student data, you can use the student ID, query the database, and find all the information about the student. You will have to write the same code wherever you want student information. But this will lead to code repetition. And if you have to change something in this in the logic of fetching student data, you will have to make the changes everywhere. So the better approach to this problem would be defining a function which takes student ID as an input, queries the database, and returns the student data as the output, and then use this function anywhere we want by just calling it. So in this video you will see the detailed user defined and built-in functions in JavaScript with example. The learning outcome is the function in JavaScript. At the end of this video you will able to learn how to define and call the functions in JavaScript, scope of variables and arguments, function calling from HTML or another functions, returning a value from the functions, and function expression and anonymous functions. In the introduction part of JavaScript functions, a function is a group of statements that perform a specific task and can be kept and maintained separately from the main program. Functions provide a way to create reusable code packages which are more portable and easier to debug. Here are some advantages of using the functions. Functions reduces the repetition of code within the program. Means function allows you to extract commonly used block of code into a single component. Now you can perform the same task by calling this function wherever you want within your script without having to copy and paste the same block of code again and again. The second, the functions make the code much easier to maintain. Means since a function created once can be used many times, so any changes made inside the function automatically implemented at all the places without touching the several files. The third one, the functions make it easier to eliminate the errors. So when the function is subdivided into the functions, if any error occur, you know exactly what function causing this error and where to find it. Therefore, fixing errors becomes much easier when writing the functions. So this is all about the introduction. Now that you have an idea what a function is, let's see its definition and how we can define a function, the function basic structure, and using the function in a JavaScript. JavaScript function is a set of statements that are used to perform a specific task. It can take one or more inputs and can return outputs as well. Both taking input and returning an output are optional. Using functions avoids repetition of code as we need to write the code only once, and then the code can be called anywhere using the function name. The function can be helpful in the following scenarios. You can see the structure of a JavaScript function. Here, the function definition consists of four parts: the name, parenthesis, a code block, and the optional return keyword. The function name is the name that you have assigned. The function name must be letters, digits, or underscore unique to the JavaScript on your web page, as no two functions can have the same name, and the name cannot be begin with a digit and cannot be a keyword or reserved word. Parentheses are placed to the right of the function name. Parentheses are used to pass the values to the function. These values are called the parameters or the arguments. Not all functions have the arguments. Functions that have all the values necessary to carry out their action don't need arguments. The next is a code block. The code block is a part of the function definition where you insert a JavaScript statements that are executed when the function is called by another part of your JavaScript application. Open and close curly braces define the boundaries of the code block. And the next is the return keyword tells the browser to return a value from the function definition to the statement that called the function. Not all functions return a value, means return is an optional part of the function. The next part is how to write and call the functions. JavaScript allows us to define our own functions as per our requirements. Let's understand how to create our own functions. In JavaScript, functions can be created in two ways. That is simple function or function with parameters. A JavaScript function can be defined using a function keyword. In the first example, we have defined a function named showMessage that displays a pop-up message hello world. ShowMessage function is called with the name only. In the second part, the function with the parameters or arguments. A function typically needs a data from users to perform its task. Data that is needed by function to perform its task is not returned into the function definition, must be passed to the function as an argument. A function can have one or more parameters or arguments, which will be supplied by calling code and can be used inside the function. A JavaScript is a dynamic type scripting language, so a function parameter can have a value of any data type. In a given example, the showMessage function is defined with the parameters first name and the last name. When this function is called, the parameters are passed as Ram and second parameter is Kapoor. It will display the hello Ram Kapoor, that is message. The best place to define a function is at the beginning of JavaScript, that is inserted in a head tag, because then all subsequent JavaScripts on the web page will know the definition of that function. The browser always loads everything in the head tag before it starts executing any JavaScript. Here you can see a JavaScript that implements a function with arguments. In this JavaScript, function with argument is implemented. There are two functions declared with the parameters. The first function named SumDem having three parameters, and the sum of three arguments values are calculated and displayed. The second function, that is sum all, having three parameters, but the default values are assigned to the parameters. Let us see how these functions are called. Initially, sumDem function is called by passing three values and it displays the sum of them. The next function, sumDem function, is called by passing a five values. The function consider first three values and assign these to formal parameters. And this function call returns 18 as a sum of first three values only. At last, sum all function is called without parameters. Still, it returns the sum as 6 because it takes the default value for parameters if the values are not passed while calling the function. So this is all about functions with arguments. The scope of variables and arguments. The scope determines the visibility and accessibility of a variable. JavaScript has a global and local scopes. A variable declared at the top of a program or outside of a function is considered a global scope variable. In the above example, a variable g is declared at the top of program and is a global variable. It means the variable can be accessed anywhere in the program. In JavaScript, a variable can also be used without declaring it. If a variable is used without declaring it, that variable automatically becomes a global variable. So in a local scope, the variables that you declare inside the function are local to the function. They are called local scope variables. In the above example, variable g is a global variable and variable a is hello, then the variable g is accessed inside the function and the value of g changes to welcome. Hence, the value of a g changes after changing it inside the function. So when we call the greet function, the alert box will display welcome. So this is about global and local variable scope. Then, how to call the function from HTML code? A function can be called from HTML code on your web page. Typically, a function will be called in a response to an event, such as when the web browser or web page is loaded or unloaded by the browser. You call the function from the HTML code nearly the same way as the function is called from within a JavaScript. Except in HTML code, you assign the function as the value of a HTML tag attribute. Let's say that you want to call a function when the browser loads the web page. Here, what you would write in the body tag of the web page. In a body tag, so body onload equal to welcome message. So here, what you would write to call the function right before the user moves on to the another web page. And in another, the body unload is equal to goodbye message. This is function call. The example shows how to call this function in a web page. We define each function in a JavaScript placed in a head tag. We assign a call to the welcome message function to the unload attribute of the body tag. This displays the welcome message when the browser loads the web page. The call to the goodbye message function is assigned to the unload attribute of the body tag. This displays the goodbye message when the browser unloads the web page to make room for the new web page. So this is way how we can call that JavaScript functions through HTML code. Then the next part is a function calling from another functions. JavaScript developers typically divide an application into many functions, each of which handles a portion of the application. Functions, as you learned earlier in this video, can be called from any JavaScript or from HTML code on web page itself. So this means that function can be called from another function. Let's say that you define a logon function that is handles all the tasks that are necessary for a user to log on to your application. This includes displaying a dialog boxes, prompting the user to enter an user ID and the password. Let's also say that you define another function whose only tasks are to validate the user and password, report back whether or not the login information is valid. The logon function passes the user ID and password to the validation function, and that waits for the validation function to signal whether or not they are valid. The logon function then proceeds by telling the user whether the logon is valid or not valid. So in that way, in a logon function, we have called the validation function. The next important part of JavaScript function is function expression and anonymous functions. Function expression, a JavaScript function can be defined using an expression. A function expression can be stored in a variable. JavaScript allows us to assign a function to a variable and then use that variable as a function. It is called function expression. In example, you can see a function sum is assigned to the variable add. Function have two parameters, val1 and val2. Thereafter, the function is called using a variable add instead of the sum function name. You can see function calling with the name sum is invalid thereafter when we assign a function expression. Then next is anonymous function. JavaScript allows us to define a function without any name. This unnamed function is called anonymous function. Anonymous function must be assigned to a variable. Anonymous function is useful in passing callback function, creating closure, or immediately invoked function expressions. In example, function without function name is assigned to say hello variable. Then the function is called using say hello variable by passing parameters to it and will display alert message hello Rushi. I think the more important thing is to pick one style of writing functions throughout your script. If you need to call the function before it's declared, then of course use the function declarations. With function expressions, you cannot call the function before you have expressed it. So your code has a nice, neat structure to it. So this is about function expressions and anonymous functions. The next is how to return values from the function. A function can be designed to do something and then report back to the statement that calls after it's finished, such as the validation function in a previous section, which validates the user ID and password and then report back whether they are valid or not. A function reports back to the statement that calls the function by returning a value to that statement using a return keyword, followed by the return value in the statement. You can see that in a syntax. In example, the function declared as multiply them to multiply two numbers. In this code of function, there is a return statement which returns multiplication result of two argument values. And while calling the function, it is called as where x is equal to multiply them in bracket. The values, the parameter values are 4, 3. Thus, the function returns the multiplication result of two x variable, that is 12. So that's all you need to know about the basics of functions. In this video, we have covered function declarations and calling, function expressions, returning values from the functions, and how to call the functions from HTML or other functions. Overall, the function is a block of code that can perform an action and return a variable. Functions are useful if you have multiple lines of code that you may need to execute many times throughout the program. Instead of writing those multiple lines of code every time you need to use them, you can add them to the function and call the function when you need to run the code and pass the values you need to use into your function. So this is all about the functions in a JavaScript. Thank you.